Yes, I Xeroxed some pages from jazz that I thought I would read. This is the conclusion of a novel in which the narrator is unreliable and who learns along with the reader what the truth is about the characters. The narrator has been half describing, half witnessing, and half inventing. And what happens ultimately in the book is that the characters are bigger than the novel, bigger than the narrator, and the narrator learns what the limits of the imagination are, and then realizes how wrong she's been about the characters. When I see them now, they're not sepia or still, losing their edges to the light of a future afternoon, caught midway between was and must be. For me, they are real, sharply in focus and clicking. I wonder, do they know they are the sound of snapping fingers under the sycamores lining the streets? When the loud trains pull into their stops and the engines pause, attentive listeners can hear it. Even when they're not there, when whole city blocks downtown and acres of lawn neighborhoods in Sag Harbor cannot see them, the clicking is there. It's in the T-strap shoes of Long Island debutantes, the sparkling fringes of daring short skirts that swish and glide to music that intoxicates them more than the champagne. It is in the eyes of the old men who watch these girls and the young ones who hold them up. It's in the graceful slouch of the men slipping their hands into the pockets of their tuxedo trousers. Their teeth are bright, their hair is smooth and parted in the middle. And when they take the arms of the T-strap girls and guide them away from the crowd and the too bright lights, it is the clicking that makes them sway on unlit porches while the Victrola plays in the parlor. The click of dark and snapping fingers drives them to Roseland, to Bunny's, boardwalks by the sea, into places their fathers have warned them about, and their mothers shudder to think of. Both the warning and the shudder come from the snapping fingers, the clicking, and the shade. Pushed away into certain streets, restricted from others, making it possible for the inhabitants to sigh and sleep in relief. The shade stretches just there at the edge of the dream, or slips into the crevices of a chuckle. It's out there in the privet hedges that line the avenue, gliding through rooms as though it's tidying this and straightening that. It bunches on the curbstone, wrists crossed, and hides its smile under a wide-brim hat. Shade, protective, available, or sometimes not. Sometimes it seems to lurk rather than hover kindly. And its stretch is not a yawn, but an increase, to be beaten back with a stick before it clicks or taps or snaps its fingers. I started out believing that life was made just so the world would have some way to think about itself, but that it had gone awry with humans because flesh, pinioned by misery, hangs on to it with pleasure, hangs on to wells with a boy's golden hair, would just as soon inhale sweet fire, caused by a burning girl, as hold a maybe yes, maybe no hand. I don't believe that anymore. Something is missing here. Something rogue. Something else you have to figure in before you can figure it out. It's nice when grown people whisper to each other under the covers. Their ecstasy is more leaf sigh than bray, and the body is the vehicle, not the point. They reach, grown people, for something beyond, way beyond, and way, way down underneath tissue. They're remembering while they whisper the carnival dolls they won and the Baltimore boats they never sailed on. The pears they let hang on a limb, because if they plucked them, they would be gone from there. And who else would see that ripeness if they took it away for themselves? How could anybody passing by see them and imagine for themselves what the flavor would be like? Breathing and murmuring under covers both of them have washed and hung out on the line. In a bed they chose together and kept together. Never mind, one leg was propped on a 1916 dictionary, and the mattress curved like a preacher's palm, asking for witnesses in his namesake, enclosed them each and every night, and muffled their whispering, old-time love. They're under the covers because they don't have to look at themselves anymore. There is no stud's eye, no chippy glance to undo them. They are inward toward the other, bound and joined by carnival dolls and the steamers that sailed from ports they never saw. That is what is beneath their undercover whispers. But there is another part, not so secret. The part that touches fingers when one passes the cup and saucer to the other. The part that closes her neckline, snap, while waiting for the trolley, and brushes lint from his blue serge suit when they come out of the movie house and into the sunlight. I envy them, their public love. I myself have only known it in secret, shared it in secret, and longed, longed to show it. To be able to say out loud what they have no need to say at all, that I have loved only you, surrendered my whole self, reckless, to you and nobody else, that I want you to love me back and show it to me, that I love the way you hold me, how close you let me be to you. I like your fingers on and on, lifting, turning, and I've watched your face for a long time now and missed your eyes when you went away from me, talking to you and hearing you answer. That's the kick. But I can't say that out loud. I can't tell anyone that I've been waiting for this all my life, and that being chosen to wait is the reason I can. If I were able, I'd say it. Say, make me, remake me. You're free to do it, and I'm free to let you. Because look where your hands are now. Thank you.